joining our video channel, the Lead Quick video channel. And we want to welcome you to this edition of Business Stories with Ossai Ilome. Now, in these business stories, as you may have known, we have about 2 or 3 episodes now. We take time out to share case studies of businesses and to bring out lessons that you can take away from those stories, from those case studies, and make your business better. Now, in this edition, we want to share a story of the cat and the fox. The cat and the fox. You know, the moral of this story, let me tell you the moral of the story before I tell you the story. The moral of this story speaks to the fact that one good plan is 100 times better than 100 unorganized or uncoordinated or unresearched plan. Now, I wanted to underline that. You know, in this age and time, we are wont to ask for what is a plan B, what is a plan C, what is a plan D. Now, why it is good to make plans, you know, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. The moral of this story is to tell you that you first have to stick with your one good plan before you can, you know, delve into implementing plan B, plan C, and plan D. Now, why is it so? Let me now tell you the story of the fox and the cat. One day, the fox came to the cat, and he was, you know, very full of himself. He was priding himself, you know, to be very wily and very, you know, very wise, you know, very smart, you know, to the detriment of the cat. Now, he told the cat that the problem that they have had from the dogs, you know, because each time the dogs come around, you know, to eat them up, the dogs come around to serve, you know, to have them as their lunch or their breakfast or their dinner. And so the fox was telling the cat that, you know, he is so smart that he has different ways to outsmart the dogs whenever they come calling, whenever they want to use him as their breakfast or their lunch or their dinner. He told the cat that, for instance, he have more than 10 different ways that he can use to outsmart the dogs, that he can use to dodge from the dogs, you know, whenever the dogs came calling. And for the cat was more like, well, I don't have, you know, many other ways but one that I know of, that I am certain that if I use that one way, I will be able to avoid the dogs from eating me up. I'll be able to run away from the dogs. I'll be able to hide from the dogs. Now, this is a story that it is similar to your business. Okay, you are running the business, and it is possible that there is so much competition in the marketplace for you, and you need to increase or improve your revenue streams. You need to look for other ways or other sources of bringing in money to your business or bringing in money to the company. You need to be wary of running into implementing other plans without first ensuring that the first plan you have is fully operationalized, integrated, and income driven. Now, this will bring us to the strategy that is known as the Oasis strategy. We will talk more on the Oasis strategy in the subsequent episode. We'll give you some inkling of what Oasis strategy is and what is the difference between what Oasis strategy is and what we are saying, and the moral of this story. Now, fast forward to few hours after the fox, you know, has, you know, proudly announced to the cat that he has several ways to dodge from the dogs. The cat overheard the dogs, you know, running down towards them. And he alerted the fox. I can hear the bass sound, approaching towards our direction. I can hear the sounds of the dogs coming towards our direction. And the implication of that, just like you have your business within the economy, and as we have it currently, inflation is disintermediating the business landscape. Okay, inflationary forces, other economic factors are really posing as a problem for businesses, and that is the sound that businesses are hearing, the sound of inflation, the sound of other economic factors, technological factors, social factors that are threatening the business environment. Okay, that is the sound businesses are hearing. Just like the cat overheard the sound of the dogs approaching he and the fox. And so immediately the cat swung into action, deploying his only one way that he knows that he can use to dodge from the dogs. And what is that one way? Which he told the fox that the only one way I know to dodge from the dogs is to climb the tree. And so immediately he communicated to the fox that he is hearing the sound of the dogs. He climbed to the tree. And the fox, still standing there, was now contemplating which of the many ways that he has professed that he is going to deploy, or that he will deploy, to be able to dodge from the dogs. And so in the process of trying to determine which one way out of the several ways that he knows that he can use to dodge from the dogs, before he could come to the conclusion of which one way he will adopt, the dogs were already close by and they pounced on him. Unfortunately, they pounced on him. Now, what is the moral of the story? Like I said from the beginning, it is to ensure that before going into adopting or operationalizing your plan B, your plan C, your plan D as a business, ensure that your plan A, your core business model, is not in jeopardy. Now, let me give you an example of a company in the US. It was called the Donut Company. They were into manufacturing of donuts, and within 5 years, they were doing very well. Providing donuts to families, to individuals, to corporations. And a time came that the managing director decided to introduce other revenue models. Now, he decided to go into fast food. He decided to introduce other elements, of franchising into the business. Now, before you knew what was happening, he could not focus on the donut business, which was the core business model of the donut company. And he was carried away with operationalizing other franchise businesses that he is introducing into the core business as additional revenue model. And so within the next 5 years, the company ran into problem, and it got to a point that they were even running into bankruptcy. And so the point that I want you to take away from this business story is the fact that yes, we promote and we encourage the Oasis strategy, but the Oasis strategy presupposes that you must first of all strengthen the core business model of your business. You must strengthen the core product of your business. Ensure that that very product is stronger, than every other aspect of revenue stream that you want to introduce. And in fact, ensure that it is from that core business model that you are financing these other revenue streams, rather than going out to take another loan, to introduce other business income revenue stream. On this note, we want to put a stop here and want to encourage you to join us in the next edition. And if you have any question or comment, just put it down on the comment section. Or if you want to reach out to us, if you want more personalized or customized services for your business in terms of investor relations, in terms of product development, management, just reach out to us and we will surely be of tremendous help to you. See you in the next episode.